I have built more than one fake vineyard wedding venue in The Sims over the years, and actually I've built a whole bunch of fake barn wedding venues too. And now that we have the horse ranch pack, we can build real versions of both of those things. We've got all this new nectar making stuff, we've got real barn doors, so I'm feeling a little bit inspired when it comes to weddings, and I think I want to build another wedding venue. This lot in the horse ranch pack is perfect for this sort of vineyard vibe because it already has all these grapevines outside of it. So I'm gonna try to carry that up here and then make something along those lines. Before we get started though, I want to really quickly tell you about the sponsor of today's video, Casetify. Casetify is obviously really well known for their phone cases, but they also make a whole bunch of other accessories for your phone. Things like wallets or grip stands that are MagSafe compatible and will magnet to the back of your phone. One of the things that I like the most about these, and this is not one of their talking points, but they're called Snappy. So like Snappy ring holder, Snappy grip stand. And Snappy is my cat's name, so that's already a huge win in my book for these things. This is their Snappy wallet stand, so it's a phone stand. You can open it up and then you can use this to prop your phone up, but you can also put a card in there. So if you're going somewhere you want to travel kind of hands-free, you can stick your ID in here and keep it safe. And then you can just snap this on the back of your phone and only carry one thing around. But then it also opens up and you can use this to prop your phone up and watch something. They've also got some ring holders like this one, which are pretty useful for when your hands are full and you don't want to drop your phone. And they have a power through power bank, which also attaches to your phone. And can I just say, this was a lifesaver for me at the Taylor Swift concert. The last thing you want to worry about in a busy, crowded place like that is your phone dying. I am so nervous about getting separated from my friends or like my phone dying and not having a way to get home. So I need that extra peace of mind with a way to charge my phone when I'm away. All of these MagSafe accessories are so convenient and so functional, but they've also got a ton of cute options and patterns, so it's useful but also makes you look cute. If you're interested in checking these out, you can go to casetify.com/lilsimsie to get 15% off. Casetify has been a huge supporter of our channel for a long time, and I am a big fan of theirs, so thank you again to them for sponsoring this video. And with that, let's get back into the build. Well, for starters, we've got to switch this to actually be a wedding venue. And then we got to think about the layout because this place isn't very big. So I'm thinking we'll have a small-ish building in the front and then a lot of grapevines in the back and the wedding arch kind of nestled in between them. It's only 30 by 20 though, so when I say the building has to be small, I mean it. I'm thinking that I'll put in the basement a bunch of the nectar making stuff, and then we could probably add the bathrooms or like a kitchen or something into the basement too. And then the inside can primarily be like a bar and some tables, maybe a dance floor. You know, all of a sudden that's sounding like a lot of things. I was looking at this picture, and this is obviously a ginormous building, so we're not gonna copy it exactly, but I really like the front, this middle part here. So I might try to do something like that with the beams. Okay, complete transparency. I don't really know what I'm doing here. I'm kind of just experimenting. I almost think that that's too wide, unless we wanted to put some extras. Oh, and I forgot about putting it on a foundation. Okay, that's probably gonna help too. Okay, I've put some spandrels in, and then I think I just put the columns back. I don't know. I'm looking at how this build does it for inspiration, and I'm wondering if maybe we should have our front door off to the side like they did. And I like how there's these big thicker walls with the stone. That might help because then it looks a little bit more supported on the roof. I'm not gonna copy it exactly. I'm just kind of wondering like how other people do this in The Sims. Oh, yeah, no, the columns being more central already looks better. How do I make the spandrels not do that with the lines? I want them to be straight across. I think this is too much when it looks like this. I want it to just be plain. Oh, okay. I can delete the columns and then it'll go away. No. Stop. I love the idea of these big windows, but I kind of hate the build. I'm gonna try again. I need to think about it again from like the actual perspective of what it's gonna look like because I've just kind of been winging it. But if we're gonna do this, I need to think a little bit more about what it's actually gonna look like because I was not doing that before. I don't know how to make the spandrels not have these fancy bits in the middle. Yeah, I don't really know about this. I'm feeling a bit unsure. Okay, so the situation right now is that I don't like it. I don't like it and I don't know what to do about it. You can kind of see what I'm going for though, right? Like you can kind of tell what I want it to look like. It's just not quite there yet. Do I copy the same thing onto the back and duplicate it? You know what? That does look better than I thought it would. And then that can be how you get out. And maybe I could try to scoot this over a little bit more so that it's like slightly more centered. And that can be where you exit to like walk down down the aisle. Okay, I fenced in the whole back, and now I want to start thinking about the actual wedding part of this, because that is kind of the whole point. I want it to be very rustic. Oh my goodness, this cottage living one's actually going to be perfect. So we'll have that centered. And then in debug from the new pack, we've got those grapevines. I'm not really sure how many I should get and like what direction they should be facing, so I'm kind of just experimenting right now. I don't really even know how close together they should be. And here's what I'm thinking. I feel like for the wedding, I'm probably gonna like them better if they're placed this way, like horizontal instead of vertical. I do prefer how it looks when there's a lot of them like this. I just think it looks kind of weird when you're directly above it because they're so skinny. Oh, maybe I could use this sign in the front. Does that sign seem like it belongs at a vineyard? Probably not, but we could use it anyway. I lost the grapes. I can't find the grapes. How does that even happen? Where did they go? Oh, sorry, false alarm. They're right here. I've placed them for real now, so this is kind of what it's gonna look like. Oh, I would love to use this thing in the back. It's just not a wedding arch. Like it's just a big archway, so your Sims can't get married there. But how beautiful is that? That's exactly what I was envisioning. I'm kind of just going through all the horse ranch stuff and placing all these items that I know I'm gonna want to use. We have so much stuff that's gonna work perfectly for this. I think I'll do pretty minimal landscaping aside from the vines. Like I feel like just these bushes and rocks are probably enough. Although I may go through and add a couple little flowers because we have these cute little white ones and this kind of fits with the wedding vibes. So I might stick these around in a few places. And then I think the landscaping's done. I think I want most of the building to be wooden, or at least the main building to be wooden, and then we can have these side bits be stone. I don't think I want to use the upstairs. I think I'll just have it be open. Obviously we're gonna need to have a basement. I'm just not really sure where I want the staircase to be and also how big the staircase should be. Oh my god, hold on. What is that? Why is it doing that? That's so weird. Okay, well, I did a smaller staircase and that seems to be less glitchy. I was sort of picturing that down here would be the bathroom and then also all of the nectar making stuff. Should it be all glass? Because that's kind of beautiful. And then maybe in the back we can use those barn doors again. We could do actual barn doors if we wanted to. I just don't know if I want it to be wide open like that, but it might also be nice. I'm trying to put all this wood paneling and these spandrels like everywhere. Okay, and then I think right here we could have a little bar straight in the entrance so your Sims can get a drink there during the wedding. And then maybe we could have an archway over here that'll take you to the staircase. And this section in here will be all tables because the reception will be held in here. Unless we want to get one big long table. I didn't really even think about that, but that could be beautiful. Oh no, I deleted the whole place. Wait, I'm breaking out the wedding stories table actually, because this one has some slightly better colors. Like this one is wooden, but it has a white banner down the middle, which is kind of the vibes that I'm going for. I am so aware that this is like totally excessive, all right? But isn't that kind of pretty? We can get a really huge centerpiece there in the middle. Upstairs, I can hang up this giant chandelier. I might also get some pretty wall decor because we have these nice wall lights. I feel like those will be nice to have by all the doors and windows. I have to be honest with you, I've never actually been to a vineyard. Like, this is a completely inaccurate depiction based on my own brain and just what I think they should have in here. Do you think they might have 3 centerpieces, like 3 sets of flowers? And then is this too much for the sort of rustic vibes that we're going for? Because I fear that it might be. I do think it's beautiful though. And I guess it is just a bunch of big white flowers, so it could be worse. It's not that fancy. I mean, it is, but it's wedding fancy. It is so perfect how the wedding pack has all these barrels and things because I can use them in here too. Put a wedding sign outside and then maybe another one out here with the seating chart. Or should that go in the main space? I guess that could go over here so you can see where you're supposed to sit. I'm not sure if this rug takes you out of the vision, but I like it. I put wood everywhere in this room and I'm not sure if I should put stone everywhere in this front room, but I kind of like the vibes of that. I'll use the stone again in the basement. And I guess maybe I'll use this brick as the floor. I don't know how big to make the basement. I don't really know what I'm gonna put down here. The thing is, it's all pretend. This isn't actually a real vineyard. There's no like real requirements that we need. I wonder if I can fill these with debug bottles of wine. Because debug has all of those wine bottles. I just don't know if you can use them in there. I don't see why you wouldn't be able. Oh, nope, you can't. I was gonna say, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to, but you aren't able to. Maybe if I put them all on the ground and then brought a sim here. If I can't fill them, I don't really care. It would be a nice touch. Oh dear. Okay. No, these debug bottles aren't gonna work. I can't drag them from there. I think you have to actually make the wine, and I'm sorry, oh no, I'm not making wine to fill this whole thing. Oh, I really hope your sims don't come sit down here, because that would just be perfect, you know? You're trying to have a nice wedding and the sims are all just sitting in the basement. I don't really know how much else to put down here. I guess a little bit of decor will help. You know, an actual toilet might also help, so I'll get one of those. The bathroom doesn't need to be super fancy, just functional, so I put some towels, we have a toilet and a sink. I'm gonna hide the trash can over here so that it's kind of blocked by bushes, but still there. I'm also gonna make all the lights a bit more yellow toned. Do we need to put much in this hallway? Maybe like one barrel or something? I just am worried about putting too much in the hallway because I want your sims to still be able to access it. That seems okay. And then with the fancier light, it looks really nice in there. The last thing I want to put inside is a table. I'm not really obsessed with how that looks, but I'm just thinking this is a good spot to have the cake. So you can have food here and then your cake can go on this table. And that just leaves us with the entire exterior to figure out. How bad would it be if I put a dirt path going up to the front? Would it also be so terrible if I had a dirt aisle? I know it's ugly, but like we're on a ranch, okay? It's probably realistic. Speaking of dirt aisles, I need to go through and put dirt underneath all these plants, which is immediately gonna make it look so much better. They kind of look like they're just there right now, but putting the dirt makes it seem like there's actually rows of plants there. Terrain paint really makes such a difference in a Sims build. Already, the back looks 10 times better. This brings us back to the arch problem from before, because I want to have a real wedding arch just because it's better, like, functionally for gameplay, but I like how this looks so much more. I guess we could try to put something smaller in between it, like this one might be okay. What do you think would happen if I just didn't? Like, what if I just didn't put one? Maybe I could put the table for the cake outside. Like, what if we put it here and we had the Sims eat the cake down there? Also, I realize there's no dance floor. I'm sorry, it's not gonna fit. The lot is just too small. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put flowers on this table for now, but when you play, you can replace it with a cake. I'll also add in a guitar in case your Sims wanna play that. How about this? I put the radio on the bar so they'll kind of dance around here. It does count as a nightclub if you want to switch it to that, but I'm gonna upload it to the gallery as a wedding venue. Wait, not yet. I almost forgot what is probably the most important part. I almost forgot to add the roof. We need to have ceiling tiles. This is so important. Oh, that's weird. What the heck? Delete that. There's like 2 ceilings on the basement. There's the one that's attached to the floor, and then there's the actual ceiling, which is kind of confusing, but that's better. The whole thing has real ceiling tiles now. So when you come in, look at how cool that looks. I am obsessed with the build mode from this pack, and I love how this place turned out. I'm gonna quickly put it on the gallery. Uploading. Okay, it didn't break. I got really scared just then because I didn't save before I did that. I love this. I need to have some Sims get married now. I also kind of want to build a vineyard to play in now because this one's not a house. I need to make a house version. Is that not centered? Oh my god, Kayla, I already put it on the gallery. It's okay. This is meant to be deleted. It's meant to be a cake table. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this video. I loved building this. Thanks again to Casetify for sponsoring. And if you want to check out Casetify and any of those accessories, you can go to casetify.com/lilsimsie for 15% off. So go get yourselves a discount. It's linked down below. This is also obviously on the gallery if you want to download it. Sorry that it has no real wedding arch. I just liked the fake one so much. And with that, I'm gonna catch you all later. Okay, bye everybody. I love the big giant windows. I didn't think I was gonna like the all glass that much, but I am obsessed.